And at some point, the some of the people actually were able to breach the building. We had to effectively evacuate Congress after that. I made the order to evacuate Congress. A lot of and the issue for me was, if I don't know if you've heard the radio transmissions, but on that day I was begging for help to evacuate, and it seemed like a couple of our senior leaders were letting it happen. And I say those two particular senior leaders because they had the intel prior to January 6th, what was going to occur, and they didn't push the information out. They withheld that intel, and I believe that those two commanders withheld that intelligence on purpose.
I want to dig deep into that during our time together for sure. But what about the org chart? So let's say up to January 5th, the day before, what was normal operating procedure for large events that might give them warnings of trouble? Who was the chain of command?
We have the chief of the Capitol Police at the time was Stephen's son. He had two assistant chiefs. One assistant chief, her name was Yogananda Pittman, and she was in charge of the intel section. And the other chief was Chad Thomas. He was in charge of operations. So you had those two bureaus, and you had those two assistant chiefs, and they were in charge of those bureaus. Yogananda Pittman was the person who actually had the information, along with her deputy. His name is Sean Gallagher. They got the information about what was going to occur probably around December 20th of 2020, and they didn't give it to Chief Stephen's son, and they didn't give it to Chad Thomas, who was in charge of operations.